everyone, thanks for tuning in. And today I've got a 2001 Subaru Outback. This one happens to be the Subaru Outback Limited. It's the very top of the line, and I'll show you in a bit here all the features that it's got, some particular ones that I like. So having a look here, the Outback is similar to what we have now. It's the wagon. And this is the second generation, I believe, of the car. I believe the Outback started just a few years before this, in the late 90s, and or mid 90s, and this is a 2001, as I mentioned. I believe this generation went all the way to 2004, at least in Canada, and then they released a different version. Or a new generation, I should say. So this one in particular, you can see right here, says Outback Limited. Nice golden letters. All-wheel drive, of course. And I like the embedded Subaru lettering in here. Pretty nice rims, especially for the time. Sort of a golden, silvery color. And this one has the mudguards as well. Nice quirk is, they say, Outback on the bottom of them. And this wagon, as you can see, it's fully painted, but we do have dual colors on it, which is pretty unique for the vehicle. But there were other similar ones kind of like this in the 90s, this type of a design. And Outback, as I mentioned, is a wagon. It's one of Subaru's longest vehicles at the time. It comes with the cargo racking system right here. These crossbars are OEM accessories. These would have been bought at the dealer, and on top of this you can put a box or a bike rack or something like that. This particular car doesn't have a hitch, but many do. Now, checking out the trunk. These are nice because they're super spacious. Lots of people use them for camping, and in fact that's what I'm going to be using it for. This is a second car for me, and so I've got my WRX, and I have this oldie but goodie for camping and traveling around, a little bit of off-roading. It's got this tonneau cover right here. This one is a bit messed up. I'll be removing it altogether. But usually they have a nice tonneau cover that hooks up onto here. A nice tray right here, cargo tray. And here is one of the first quirks that I wanted to show you. That in the back right here, if you are doing any work or getting out the tire or putting anything in these little storage compartments, there's a very handy hook right here if you're working on your own. You can place it right here, let the trunk kind of hang loose. It's kind of held by the tray here, anyways. But you get the idea. This can come down and just stay there while you're working here or getting to the tire at the back. By the way, new Outbacks still have this feature. Oh, there we go. It was using it actually. I could feel the tension there. So I'll put it back. Give me just a second. There we go. This comes down. So that's the trunk here, and I'll zoom into sort of like a regular look without any zooming out, without any fisheye, just so that you can get an idea for the car and the size of the trunk. So you can see it really is a very nice and long trunk. If you have a larger dog, this is kind of ideal, or again for camping or something like that. Zoom out a little bit here, and let's close the trunk. And you can see at that time, Subaru didn't, from the factory, used to not tint these windows. And I think in some regions of the world they still don't. But in North America, in US and Canada, these back windows all of them come pre-tinted from factory. Coming to the back of the car here, and this one's got a few scars. You'll see inside fairly spacious seats for the back here. I do find that in all the modern cars, even the new Crosstrek and new Impreza, they would all have about the same, if not more room than here. But for the time, this was pretty spacious and still is very comfortable. If anyone's looking to get something like this today, you really do get everything. You get fairly comfortable front seats, back seats, and a lot of space in the back. A good amount of ground clearance. And that all-wheel drive from Subaru is still here and very similar to what Subaru still have today. This is real leather. This is the limited, the fully loaded. Got quite lucky finding one of these. And one of the quirks here in the back, pretty common to older vehicles, older Japanese vehicles, is the system for the cup holders. And lo and behold, these actually work. So this is quite rare to see them working. Usually this thing is all ripped off over the years. I think people are just not gentle with it. If you close it like this ahead of time, then it folds in together more easily. But that's a cool quirk here for the back. You can see the nets behind the seats. And otherwise, pretty good material-wise, especially for that time. You've got a soft touch material here. This must be some synthetic leather, but more soft touch material here. And it's got power windows and chrome brushed handles all around. And I can see here airbags too. The seats have airbags, so side airbags. On the front, you can note we've got the Outback symbol right here. And these side mirrors are heated. They have the little symbol, hard to see, but it's right here. And this is the front. Another quirk of the car, which I like a lot, is this dual sunroof system. You can see it right here and right here. From the outside, it looks really impressive. In operation, and from the inside, you don't quite get to see this middle part. There's roof material over there. And this is supposed to pop while this slides over. Mine does slide over, but this part does not pop. I'll show you that in a minute. The seats here, passenger seat, is not powered. It's manual, of course. At that time, that was the case for all, even top-of-the-line Subarus. But we do have heated seats. And this happens to be an automatic transmission. Leather-wrapped knob right here. And CD player, and more importantly, cassette player. AC as well, and this right here is another quirk that I really like on the front. So this is another cup holder. So you pull this out, and there it is. And again, it's rare to see these functioning so well. Usually this gets ripped off. You can see how flimsy it is. It's so easy to just knock it off and, break it. But this works. This is fully functional. To put it back, it's best to go like this and then push it back, or push it in, I should say. Now let's go back to, let's go to the driver's side. I'll show you the front here. And another thing that I really like about this car, these old school huge fog lights that Subaru had. Very reminiscent of rally racing. And later they went to a smaller design, but these are very cool, and they even have the protector in front. Alright, so let's go inside. And of note, a fully powered vehicle. This had powered locks, powered windows, power mirrors as well, and heated mirrors. So the control for that is through here. You would simply press it here to heat your mirrors, the outside side mirrors. Whereas nowadays, we have it all integrated into the defroster button. In the new cars, once you press this, it will actually do the side mirrors as well, and the rear. Similar to new Subarus, we have what Subaru calls a windshield wiper defroster. So underneath these windshield wipers, there's a line, an electrical line, similar to the rear window defroster, to soften up and melt any ice or snow that's gathered there by the windshield wipers. And the button for that is right here. And we also have cruise control in the car, and this is the button for those huge fog lights. That's a pretty cool look at night. Full leather wrapped steering wheel. Cruise controls right here. Windshield wipers, headlights, all of that is quite similar to maybe more of the base models that we have today. Otherwise, they would be automated. And you can see on my car, it's got 183 kilometers, or 1,000 kilometers. And that's about 115,000 miles, I believe, right around there. So pretty low mileage for the year, and performs quite well. The transmission still feels really good in this car. The engine is probably burning a little bit of coolant, but it can definitely keep on going without it being a critical fix at this time. And now let's have a look on the top here. We've got our lovely sunroof, number 1, and sunroof number 2. So this is what it looks like on the inside. You don't quite get the glass all the way through, as I mentioned. Now let me turn on the car, and we'll open up the sunroofs. I'll just go battery power here. So I open it up here. Now you'll notice this will not pop. It's supposed to tilt. That's sort of like stage 1. See, we hear something, but nothing really happens. Now when I press it again, it will begin opening this back window. Try to give you a better angle. And it really does go all the way back, so what a cool look. So again, this one is still here, but the back one opens up all the way. A very peculiar, kind of a funny quirk, but that's how it is in the 2001 Outback. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and see you in the next one.